Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Sammy. How are you? How was your first week of school? I'm curious to hear about all of your adventures. Hi, JLR. I am fine. Thank you so very much. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Michael. How are you? How was the first week of school, guys? I'm curious to know how everything went. Of course, not giving too much personal details, but were you guys successful in your first week? Are you excited about where you are? Hi, Joan. How are you? Thank you so much. Awesome, Sammy. I am pleased to hear that. I was thinking about you guys all week this week, just wondering how you guys were doing in your new environment. So I am glad to know that it was a good week. Yes, Deanne. My day was fine. I hope the same for you. Yes, it was fine. Fabulous. I attempted to venture outside for a smidge of a moment and found that it was too hot and came right back inside. I can't deal with the hot temperatures. Thank you so much, Shirley Price. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you for joining me here on this Saturday afternoon. I'm so happy that you guys are here. Thank you. So what did you guys do to spend your Saturday? How did you guys spend your Saturday? Hey, Katrina, how are you? I am well. Thank you for asking. My new students are awesome, Sammy. Sorry to say, but they are phenomenal. I'm really enjoying them. Sorry. I do miss you, though. I really do miss you. So just make sure that you're doing your best and you're working to your fullest potential, because you're not too far away and I can come look for you. Got it? Good. Hi, Waiting on God. How are you? How are you? Well, I haven't been on in a while, so it's good to be here with you on this Saturday afternoon. Just getting ready for the school year has really run me tired. We went back, teachers, the week before last, which would have been the last week in July and the first couple of days in August. And then just to make sure, Sammy, I plead the fifth on that question. And if you remember our lesson on the Bill of Rights and the first 10 amendments of the Constitution, you should know what that means. Not saying. And so, so we went back to school as teachers the last week of July, the first couple of last days in July, which in that week it ran into the first couple of days in August. But just to make sure that I was ready for the week when teachers officially went back in. I went in a couple of days the week before just to make sure my classroom was ready, because during that first week we have a lot of professional meetings and getting together with our teammates and making sure that we're ready for the students. And so I am tired. And then of course this week that just passed, this from Monday, the kids came in, and so just getting to know a new group of students, which is phenomenal, and getting back to the routine of getting up in the morning, packing a lunch, going to school, coming home, and just getting back in that time setting really took a lot out of me. And so I am here. I am back on this Saturday. Thank you so very much, Waiting on God. Oh, your first policy since becoming a licensed insurance agent. Well, congratulations. Can we all tell Waiting on God? Congratulations. Awesome, awesome milestone. I am so happy for you, and I pray very much abundance on your business. Much success, rather, I should have said. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a very quick craft that we are going to be making our first fall craft of the season. For those of you who have been following me for the past couple of weeks, minus the time that I have been absent, you know that I have been working on a Christmas in July, Craftmas rather, in July series. Unfortunately, I was not able to get it totally completed out to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close out that session. Perhaps maybe I may do 1 or 2 more videos, but I will close that session out, and then we will celebrate our Craftmas in December during its regular airtime later on in the year, so that I can bring to you some of those crafts that I was not able to bring to you in July. So you will be able to see those crafts. I hope you are most welcome. Awesome, awesome, Waiting on God. You are most welcome. So so I will definitely be bringing those crafts to you. And so today, to start the next series, I'm going to be bringing to you just a quick and simple craft. And forgive me for not letting you know what you are going to need today so that you could craft with me. But if you're interested, of course, I will leave all of the supplies listed below when the video is finished, when the live is finished, so that you will be able to go back and see the items that I purchased, so that you can replicate this if you wanted. All right, so guys, like I said, nothing too personal. You're online, on the internet, to the whole world. So if you guys want to talk about your schedules and stuff, I suggest you text one another privately on your phone. All right, in my teacher voice, both of you. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to know, tell me, how many of you have noticed that I have changed the name of my channel to Danielle's Darling DIY Designs? And the reason why I did that, case in point, is so that my students who might not be too keen with the internet conversation might not be able to find me that easily. Now, those students who have been with me in years past, of course, already know that I have a YouTube channel. So of course, if they type in my name, they would be able to find me. But for those students that I have now, and of course, those that will come later on in the future, it will not be as, yes, you did. Got yelled. Yes, Sam, you did, in my teacher voice. So those of them who will come in the future will not be able to find me as easily and take over my conversation talking about school. But any which way, we are going to be creating a very simple craft today that is going to initiate our fall series, if you will. And for this craft, we're going to be using some of these wooden signage that the Dollar Tree has so much of. And I think I have mentioned it before in other videos that the reason why I like these signage pieces is not necessarily for the quotes. Some of the quotes are okay, but you get these all over the place. This one, however, is one of my favorite scriptures, so I'm not knocking these. But why I like this signage is these signage pieces is because the wood is very, very sturdy. And so if you wanted to put something together with these, you will be able to do so in a very secure fashion. Now, some of these, this one, I took off already before time. And if you notice, there is the wall hanging piece. Oops, I forgot. The wall hanging piece on this piece that you can see is not here. And all I did to take this off, and I hope and pray that the second one will come off as easily, is took my pliers and pushed down, and voila, here it comes. So you are going to want to discard. Yes, thank you, Deborah. Yes, it was a very good idea. I thought long and hard about it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, kids, and these days students search you. You know, everybody know how to pull up the internet these days and search and look to see what they can find. So I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't as open and exposed too much to my young darlings. And so for those of you who could possibly find a good use for this, you could hold on to it. Again, like I said, it's a very, if you could hear that, solid piece of wood, and it could possibly come in handy at another time. Now, I started my video, guys, and I did not plug in my, I'll have to do that in a minute. Oh, here it is. I did not plug in my glue gun. So give me 1 second. So yes, so you're going to need 2 of these pieces. They sell them in a small size. Let's see what size this is. 5-inch. And I think I have seen them as large as 7 inches. So these are the 5-inch signage. And then you're also going to need some floral foam. I have these 2 pieces that I'm going to see if I could finagle these into there. And if, of course, these 2 pieces aren't enough, I'm going to use this loaf. But whatever floral piece you have sitting around, you will be able to use them in this project as well. You are going to need some dowels. These skewers I got from the dollar store. Okay, if you cannot find these because they go very quickly, I have been told, if you cannot find these, you may want to just go to one of your regular craft stores and you will be able to purchase wooden dowels for this project. In addition, you will need some crystal garland, okay, as well as some crystal pendants. And today I am going to be using these maple leaf, they're so pretty, crystal pendants that you can get from Amazon.com using my affiliate links, and I will be sure to put that information down below as well. And then here is just a pack of the crystal garlands that I use that I will be able to link after the video has ended. And then lastly, and I haven't made up my mind, I didn't make up my mind before I came on air, but I think I have now. You are going to need either some paint. Now, if you wanted this to be a true, child, you are so silly. If you wanted this to be a true, let's say, farmhouse fall piece, you could, of course, paint your wood, however, whichever color you would want to, whether it would be a brown or a chalk ivory or an orange, or if you are like me and you want to make this a glam piece, you will need some of your mirrored tile. And I have a roll right here with me today. Okay, so let's see. Hey Dawn, how are you? I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we are going to get started. And like I said, I just turned on my hot glue gun, so it's gonna take a while to heat up. My new one is downstairs because I was working on a project downstairs. So I'm going to go back to old blue. So it's going to take her a few moments to get ready. So let's see what we're saying in the chat. Dawn, what did you do today? How did you spend your Saturday? I heard from Waiting on God, who wrote her first policy since becoming a licensed insurance agent. Congratulations to her. Dawn, how did you spend your day today? I said that I went outside for a brief moment, and after a while I said nope, I could not do it, was not doing it, was not interested in doing it, and I came right back inside very quickly. Very quickly. So the first thing we're going to do is take our mirror tile and we're going to measure it to see how much we are going to need. And then of course, once you have measured it, you're going to cut it. And continue to cut until you have enough to cover your entire piece. Now, if you wanted to, instead of using the mirror tile, you could at the same time get the new 5-inch mirrors that are being sold at the Dollar Tree, which does not have the beveled edge. When I was planning this piece, I thought about using one of the 5-inch mirrors to sit inside of this space. However, because of the beveled edge, that little extra space, it was not able to. It was too wide and it sat right along the edge of the wooden piece. And so I figured, and I did not have any myself to try it out, but the new mirrors that they're selling now are actually 4 inches. And so I figured if you have a 4-inch mirror, perhaps if you wanted to, you could lay one of these 4-inch mirrors down in this piece or on top of it in lieu of using your mirror tile. Oh, I'm sorry, Dawn. Like JLR said, take care of yourself and make sure you get lots of rest. Lots and lots of rest. So as you can see, I have cut what I've needed to cover the top, what is going to be the top of my piece, and it is going to take me 3 of these pieces. Now, in addition to the top, because we're making this a glam piece, we are also going to cover the side of it, and this is where I would ask my students a math question. Because this is a square, we know that all of the sides are going to be equal length. The only difference with these is because the sides are narrow, okay, we're going to have to cut off 1 length of our ribbon. So instead of having 8, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Instead of having a width of 8, we will have a width of 7 tiles, okay? So you're going to need 4, you're going to need 4 for 1, and to cover the 2 pieces, you're going to need 8 of these, okay? So I'm just going to continue. Hey, Miss Focus, how are you? I'm going to continue preparing my tile, and while I'm doing that, we are going to chat. No, you haven't missed much, my dear, but thank you for joining. Yes, I was telling them too the same thing. I have not published a video in about a week and a half, if I remember correctly, and it's because I'm back at work now, I'm back at school, and so it has worn me out these past couple of weeks that I've been back. So I'm glad to be here with you guys on a Saturday evening. All right, so, and again, I am trying to, as I prepare my tile, wait for my glue gun to heat up. And once it heats up, we'll be able to start to put this together. Hi, Mia, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you being here on this Saturday, spending some time with us as we craft live. Yay, she's ready. I haven't used her in a while. I think I'm slowly starting to like my new hot glue gun. And so, like I said, I took her downstairs with me when I had something to do. And I left the new glue gun downstairs while Miss Blue stayed at my table. But now that she has heated up, to put this down, we know that the back of this ribbon comes with an adhesive, but just to make sure that it is secure, we are going to also use our hot glue to secure our mirror tape to the top of our piece. And I just made a boo-boo, but that's okay. I just made a boo-boo, y'all. All right. So we're gonna have to fill in 1, 2. Okay, it's okay. And then this will go here. I use one of the pieces that I cut off, the one strip, to go on the top, when the top should have been 8 strips, but like I said, it is okay. Okay. Hi, Mia. How are you? No, you didn't miss much. We basically just got started. We were just saying hi to everybody as they entered, and we just started crafting, really. Just putting the piece together. All right, I need my blade. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting my blade to help me. Sometimes the adhesive comes off of these pieces so easily, and then at other times they're so difficult. And so instead of fretting, I simply take a blade to get under it, and voila, here it is. Yeah. So again, just going in with some hot glue. Placing my mirror tile on top of it, making sure that I'm lining them up as much as I can so you get that nice seamless look to your piece. Yes, thank you, Miss Focus. I'm glad. I'm glad I did too. But that's okay, we can patch it because I'll just use some of the extra strips that I cut off to fill in the 2 deep that I missed. So what did you do today, Miss Focus? Were you at work? If you don't mind me asking. So see, it is coming together. I'm gonna need 2 of these. Or instead of trying to patch that together, I can cut 2 off so that they're already together. And I won't be trying to burn myself in the process. Yeah, I think this will be best. So yes, guys, I promised to, I had a blast. I mentioned this, I think when I posted in the community tab about a week ago. I posted a picture, I believe, if I remember correctly, or it might have been on our Facebook page. But I posted a picture of my classroom from when I started, and I am so excited about what it looks like now. I have retired all of our Craftmas in July, Miss Pinky paraphernalia to my classroom, and so everything I tell you guys is flamingo in the classroom. Miss Pinky this, Miss Pinky that. The kids wanted to know, my students wanted to know, why do you like flamingos so much? Even some of my coworkers, Miss Walcott, what's going on with the flamingos this year? So, you know, of course, I told my coworkers what it was. My students, I just said, well, it's because I like flamingos. So I took some pictures this week, right before the school year got started, of the classroom untouched. And so I'll be sure to post some of those so you guys will get to see what it looks like and to see if you could find where Miss Pinky is in the room. The students love, 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 love. I don't remember if I showed you guys the lanterns that I got, the lanterns that lit up and have a flamingo standing by a palm tree in it. And when you turn it on, it's almost like a snow globe, but it's a lantern. I got them from Hobby Lobby. I saw them from the moment they came out, but they wanted, y'all, they wanted $40 for one. And I refused. And I said, well, one thing for sure I know about Hobby Lobby is that when it comes to the end of the season, they will start to put them on crazy sale. And the next thing I know, they were on sale for $19.99 for one. They were on 50% off, all tabletop decor. And so it was $20 for one. I wanted two. And I said, you know, maybe I should get them now before the price goes back up. And I said, no, I'm going to wait. Let's wait and see what happens. And I'm glad I waited because I think it went down to, if I remember correctly, $13.99. And then with that $13.99, I think they had a additional 20% off or something like that. So I was able to get them for pretty cheap. So I took those to school and they're sitting close by my desk, and from time to time I turn them on for the students, and the students are so delighted. They're so relaxing to just sit there and look at. So I'm glad I was able to get those. Let's see what I missed here. Oh, you're at work. You're on your lunch break. Well, thank you for joining us. I really do appreciate your time. I have missed you guys. But like I said, just trying to keep my head above water. The beginning of the school year ain't no joke. For those of you who are teachers, you know that teacher tired. Oh my gosh. Teacher tired. Starting the year is difficult and ending the year is very difficult. So here we have what is going to become the top of our piece. I love how that sparkles already, and I haven't even cleaned it yet. So I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but you can see on it all of my fingerprints on it. So this is going to be the top of our piece. And like I said before, for those of you who are just joining us, we are making a fall decor piece. And so if you wanted this to be a traditional farmhouse look, possibly instead of using the mirror tile, maybe you could paint this with some chalk ivory paint, or you could paint it with some orange or some brown paint. It is completely up to you, your choice, how you plan to get this done. Let's see. Hi, Tanya. In Norway. Wow, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. It is 1:26 on a Sunday. Oh, wow. Thank you, thank you. Love and respect to you, Tanya. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Miss Focus. I'm glad you're here. That's why I love you. You aren't like nothing happened. You tell everyone. Yes, I believe in transparency 100%. I want you guys to have the success that I have when putting my pieces together. And if we are making something and we see that it doesn't work, then guess what? It just doesn't work, and we start over from scratch and see if we can figure something out together. Thank you so much for that, Deborah. I appreciate the thought. Ooh, whipped soap. Interesting. Interesting. Hi, Florence. How are you? All right. So now that those pieces have had a chance to set, we are going to work on what is the bottom of our piece. And to cover this, we are going to use the mirror tile, but we're not going to place anything on the bottom. Instead, we are just going to cover the sides, and we're going to do that using the same process with our mirror tile, measuring how much we need, knowing that it is a square. So we're going to use the same amount all the way around, and then because the sides are narrower, we're going to cut off one length of our mirror tile so that we're working with a 7-layer piece of mirror tile as opposed to an 8-piece wide mirror tile. And I love these mirror tiles. I just found, and I will put the links on at the end of the video for you, that these mirror tiles actually come in different colors. I actually found one that I cannot wait to order to craft with. They actually have this in purple. I found the rose gold. There's a rose gold, a gold, and there's a purple. And so I have the purple in my basket, waiting for the perfect project to be able to use the purple mirror tile in. And so after the live is finished, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put those links under the video so that you will be able to look for those products yourself. Now, I just want to thank those of you who, when I place those links below, that you do click on them and you do purchase them, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I am an Amazon affiliate, I am able to get at no cost to you from Amazon, companies like Amazon, as well as the eFavor Mart, where if you use my coupon code and you follow my links, you can get an additional 10% off of your purchase. But what that does, if you use my links, they will give me a percentage back, so that it helps me to continue to grow the channel. Of course, none of this is at a cost to you. You pay upfront whatever you see the price is when you go into the link. However, the company rewards me for sending people to their companies. So that is my Amazon links. That is the eFavor Mart links, which is a company that I use to go to for all of my decor needs when I'm decorating for a celebration or for a client. And then that of course would be for my Dollar Tree links as well. For those of you, I know not all of you like to do it, but for those of you who like to shop in bulk at the Dollar Tree, or even buy 4, I think now you can buy up to 6 at a time of a few of their items, that helps me a long way. And then of course, right under the player, there is my merchandise shelf, where if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you could go ahead and buy a t-shirt, a Danny's Darlings t-shirt, a Danny's Darlings mug, and all of those things help me a long way in keeping the channel going, in purchasing the supplies so I could bring these projects to you. So I just wanted to say that so that we are transparent and you guys know what's going on the channel. Oh, bye. Get better. Thank you for the time that you spent, Mia. All right, let's see. I'm good, Florence. I am good. Just a little tired. Like I mentioned earlier, for starting the school year, 2 of the most tiring parts of the school year is starting the school year and ending it. And so we just started school. Of course, the students came this week in my district, but teachers were in the week before, and I went in the week before we were officially started to get my classroom together so that I could have prepared for my students before all the professional development meetings started. So I'm okay, which is why you guys haven't seen me for a week and a half. I would come home and crash on my couch, and that would be that would be the end of that until it was time to get up, get ready, pack my lunch, get ready for bed, and start the day all over again. So I'm hoping to get back some of my energy. Hi Cassandra, how are you? Thank you for joining us. So here we have what is going to be the bottom of our piece, and for that added security or added excellence, you could, which I'm going to do off camera, you could also take a piece of felt and line the bottom of your piece. Okay, so now that we have what is going to be the top and the bottom of our piece, we are now going to place some foam, which is going to house some flowers, if you will, and this is optional, some flowers for your piece, or if you plan on using the 4-inch mirrors, like I suggested earlier, you would not have to use this foam. But because I'm going to be using flowers, I'm going to cut my foam. Doesn't fit, it's okay. Just keep cutting until we get it. Okay, and there you have it. I'm gonna get rid of this before it crumbles any further on me. And then I am going to cut this into slices, because what you do not want, of course, is for your foam, perfect, to be over the lip of your wooden piece. So here we have 2 slices. Yay! And then with the 3rd slice, let's see here. I'm trying to MacGyver my measurement. Oh, thank you, Florence. You are so sweet. So sweet. And I thank you for your continued support. All of you. Here we go. So this is what you're trying to create right here, which is going to be the bottom, where we're going to place our flowers. And if you run out, like I knew would have been a possibility, you can just take an additional piece of foam and use that to fill in your top piece. Okay, I'm just gonna slice this. And for the top, what we'll do is glue the foam down, just to make sure that it's sitting flush, because it's going to be upside down. So you want to make sure that it doesn't fall out. Okay. So this is the top, yes. Put your hot glue. You guys know the hot glue and foam is a marriage made in heaven. So made in heaven. And then of course, if you cannot find your perfect cut, you just keep cutting until you do, because foam, other thing that I like about it, is so forgiving. And thanks to the dollar store, not very expensive. So you can feel free, if at first you don't succeed, to try again with the foam. Perfect. Perfect. And it's also like almost like a puzzle, which is soothing to me. Helps to relax your mind as you try to figure stuff out. which I guess is why I like crafting so much. Because while you're crafting, you are thinking, yes, but at the same time you are relaxing your mind. Oh, hey Bev. I think I will start perhaps when things slow down. I used it in one of the Craftmas videos where I showed you how I made the vinyl to put on the glass for the shadow box. But there are some projects out there that I cannot wait to try. And so of course, as soon as I learn how to perfect my Cricut use, I will be sure to bring that knowledge to you guys. All right. So now we have our top and we have our bottom and we are ready to build. Now, we are going to be using these skewers. I thought to save myself some time, we could have used some of these dowels that I have. However, which we could, but the reason why I opted not to use these is because it would make our piece short. So what we're going to do is take our dowels and push them down into the foam like so. So we will have something that looks like this. We could also use this, but again, by the time I push that in here, right? And I push this in here, I guess this will work also. That could be tall enough. What do you guys think as we try to make this? I think that could work, right? And then what I like about this project, so yes, I think we can go with these. Because, and the reason why I don't want to say changing it up, which I am, but the reason why I'm changing it up a little bit is because with this, there is no telling if we cut. I mean, we could measure it, but there is no telling that we will get the perfect or the exact measure that we need. And in the essence of time, I would like to make sure that we are going sure as opposed to guessing, okay? So I'm going to use these that I just showed you, and to make sure that we are keeping with our tradition of excellence, what I would suggest is, of course, painting your dowels with some silver paint. And we could do that now as we chat. Yes, taller is better, I agree. And what I like, I started to say, what I like about this piece is that you can make this in pairs, as well as you could possibly make it in a trio. And if you make it in a trio, you would be able to, what am I trying to say? You would be able to stagger them. So in a pair, maybe you might make them all the same height, but in a trio, you could make a large one, a short one, and a medium-sized one. So that's an idea too, and I think I might use that idea. So yes, and I just had another idea. See, that's how my brain works when I'm crafting, and I know that I'm not speaking to you guys as much as I usually do because my brain is going a mile a minute. Like I said, I haven't been on the craft table for a while because getting back into the swing of things with school, you know, back in a schedule as opposed to being on my own time during the summer, it has really worn me out. So I haven't crafted in a while. I've been fixing some things here and there, but not crafting. But now that I'm sitting at my craft table, so many ideas are hitting me all at once. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that, and I could do this, and that would make an awesome video. And so my darlings, I'm just so happy to be back. Well, we could try both ways. You know, with everything that I show you guys, I would want you guys to go back and make it yours. You know, we all have preferences and individualities. That is what makes us so interesting as a human race. We're not all the same. Could you imagine if we were all the same? We looked the same. We talked the same. We had the same thoughts. No, I would not. Definitely not want that to be me or us. So yeah, so we have painted one. I'm just gonna stick it in this foam here to stand up, and I'm not too worried about the paint that is going to come off when I stick it in the foam, because it's going to go into foam here on this side as well. So yeah, so talk to me, you guys, while I'm painting. So if you guys don't talk to me, then I'll just keep coming up with more ideas. I just thought of another fall piece that we could do. That one perhaps will be a video, or I could just save it for next week when we go live. So you guys tell me, but of course I won't tell you what the idea is on air until I can show it to you. Thank you, Cassandra. I am glad to be back. I missed you guys. I really do like our chats. I like interacting with you guys. I haven't even really been putting, you know, pictures on the community tab, which you guys know that I do. Sometimes some encouragement, or I share pictures, you know, with you. I haven't even been doing that. But I am glad that I am back at work. You know, I would honestly say that I truly love what I do, even though it can be tiring at times. It can be tiring at times. I really love what I do. I love working with students. I love teaching. And so it's good to be back at work. But it's also good to be back with you guys as well. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. I really, really do. Yes, it would be very boring if we were all the same. Very boring if we were all the same. And this is why, guys, I like to, how can I say this? Try to bring you guys original content. You know, to me, sometimes as creators, and those of you, you know, we have talents in different places. And so some of us are crafters, some of us are writers. I write as well. Some of us draw, sketch, some of us paint, some of us, you know, sing. Sometimes you just get that mental block, you know, where you just have to take some time off and refresh your brain a minute. And so if I can't bring you guys original content, sometimes I just like to take a step back, because I don't want to necessarily put something out there that's already been done 10 million times. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets boring sometimes. And boring is not what I like to do. I like to mix it up and be different. I teach 5th grade, Veronica. 5th grade. I love that age. I have taught, I was telling somebody the other day, I have taught, my degree is in elementary education. And sorry for not making eye contact, I'm crafting. I haven't been here in a long time, so I'm excited of what I'm doing. But I have taught all grades from kindergarten through 5th. My degree is in elementary education, which when I got my degree years ago, the elementary education degree was from kindergarten to 8th grade. Now they've kind of changed it up and broken it out into, you know, your elementary K2 through 5, and then middle school, and then high school. So I am trained to teach all the way to the 8th grade, but I have only had the experiences of kindergarten all the way through 5th. And having said that, now that I'm in 5th grade, I have been in 5th grade for about 7 to 8 years, and I would have to say that 5th grade is my most favorite grade level. The students are still at the level where, you know, they would love on their teacher, and, you know, they want to please you and do their best, and, you know, they are sweet and innocent, you know, but at the same time, they're mature and they're independent, you know what I'm saying? So I really and truly love this grade level. My kids, my daughter, has always said to me that she thinks that I should teach middle school. And I've somehow refrained from that simply because I am qualified to. I could if I wanted to. But the higher up you go, the less of that, you know, oh, my teacher, you know, they don't want to be coddled. They don't want to be, you know, they will tell you, I'm not a baby, you know. So I like this age because they still allow you to call them your darling. They still allow to call you their babies. And I like this age. So yes. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Yes, it is good to be back. Beverly, I will say this. No and yes. No, because I don't want, just exactly what I shared with you, to watch other people's videos and for them to say, oh, you made something that's mine. I actually had a YouTuber said that to me, and of course, at first I was offended, and I didn't share this with you guys because I didn't want the drama. That's one thing about me. You guys have been with me for 2 going on 3 years, and I don't want the drama. Don't bring the drama. I'm not a dramatic person, confrontational at all. And so, yeah, I left a comment under the video saying that basically I had stole her idea. Oh, this looks so familiar to something I had done already, which couldn't be further from the truth, you know. And so because of that, or I shouldn't even say because of that. In the beginning, I started out saying, I don't want to watch any other people's videos because I don't want my own creativity to be jaded. And then when she said that comment, I think this was about perhaps maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I was like, well, forget that, you know. When I first started, however, I started watching this young lady, Raina Mo, DIYs. And at that time, she was getting ready for her wedding, and she was putting out some awesome stuff. And so I loved her channel. She's gearing up. She started back again, so I love that. I like her work. And there was another one. I can't remember. I'll try to remember, and if it comes back to me, I'll let you know. And then, of course, we have our very own One Way Design, who is, you know, has his channel that he's trying to get started. I have seen some of his work firsthand that he has created, and I just love his work. And then the one other person that I watch is the young lady Yudova Essentials, because I just found that her work is 100% absolutely mind-blowing. Like, sometimes I sit and I watch her videos, and not all the time, because like I said, I don't want my own creativity to be jaded, but especially when I look at the things she makes with cardboard boxes, you know, I have to tell myself, pick your mouth up off the floor. Like, how does she think of those things? So, you know, I would watch a few of her videos. Raina Mo, I missed her for a while. She's starting to come back. And of course, our very own One Way Designs, who is often on our channel, on our lives, when we're live. So those I would watch. Others I don't, because like I said, I don't want my own creativity to be infused with somebody else's. And then what happened to me 3 months ago, I would never want anybody to step to me like that again. And so this is why I deleted her comment and I blocked her off my channel. So yeah, no, don't want that. Don't want the negativity. So yes, yay. Thank you, Deborah. It's happy to be back. You know, Miss Focus, I'm going to say this while we wait for these to dry. I was not a fall person ever. And I had this conversation with One Way Designs at time because it gets cold and it gets windy. And you guys know that I'm from the islands and I cannot do the cold weather. But with this summer that we're having down here in the south, I think fall needs to hurry up and come on because it is ridiculously hot. It's hot, and not only is it hot, but it's humid, and so the humidity just kicks the heat up several notches, kind of like your wind chill factor in the winter. Yeah, they should have something called a humidity warmth factor. It's crazy. So I'm definitely looking forward to fall this year. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, JLR. Hi, Aurora. Thank you for being here. Yes, Veronica, Reina, yes, I miss her. I need her to come back and start making more videos. I love her personality. I love her, her warmth in her voice. You can just hear her warmth in her voice. And so, I really enjoy watching her videos. Thank you. Yeah, Yodova is mind-blowing. She is phenomenal with what she does, like I said. Thank you so much, Florence. I really do appreciate that. It is hot in Canada. And Veronica, forgive my ignorance. I honestly don't know, so it's an innocent question. I would have never thought that it would have been hot there. Mild, but not necessarily hot, just because you guys are so far north. So yes, you're a winter baby. February, the coldest part of winter, but the fall weather is best. Yeah, it is nice and cool. If I had a choice between fall and spring, I would choose spring every time, because that's when, the cold is leaving and the warmth is coming in. So that's that nice mix. But fall is, the warmth is leaving, but the cold and the frigidness, I cannot deal. Cannot deal. So now that we have waited for our skewers to dry and they're just about there, what we are going to do to make sure that we are placing these skewers in the correct place is measure. And since our frames are 5 inches, what we're going to do is measure and place our dowels at the 1 and 4.5, let's say ½ inch mark, and I want to make sure I have it. Hold on 1 second. The 4-inch mark and the 4.5 inch mark. So take one of these and leave you with the first one, so you should be dry. So here is the ½ inch mark that I'm going to take my dowel, stick it in there. 4.5 inch, take my dowel, stick it in there, and just so you can see that I'm making the impressions that I need, I'm going to do the same thing. ½ inch, and that way we're going to make sure, and 4.5 inch. Perfect. That one. Oops, I placed that in the wrong place. Let's see here. This one, and 4.5 inch here. So that when we do place our rods, it will be lined up. Yay! So you should have your 4 indentations right there. Okay? Chicago, Chicago. Beverly Stunning Creations. Oh, okay. Down to earth and genuine person. Cool. I like genuine people. Really, I can't stand uppity. So that's awesome. I really choose not to follow others. All right. So as you see, what I just did was took some hot glue, place it into the holes we just made. Oh, why are you bendy? And then while we place those in there, I'm taking my hot glue and just placing a bullet of hot glue around where, oh, I remember who she is. Around where we inserted. I don't think the camera is gonna pick it up, but I placed some hot glue on top of the foam, and I'm going to allow that to dry for a few seconds. You know who I also watch from time to time? I like her channel. I like her spirit, if you will, too, Miss Planet. I like to see how she creates things, and I like how she makes for her subscribers elegant pieces on a budget. So yes, those 3 channels, Raina Mo, Miss Planet, from time to time I watch to see what she's doing, and Udova Essentials from time to time. More Udova than anyone else, because I'm like, girl, that's just amazing what she does. Okay, so now we have placed our gems in that way. We are going to line them up here and do the exact same thing we did on the bottom. Placing our hot glue. And placing them inside their holes. So you have something that looks like this. I love it. And of course, this is the bottom, because this part does not have any tile. So we can turn it over. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then probably off camera, what I can do is take some glittered paint or some adhesive spray and spray these and just sprinkle some glitter on them, so you get some glam going on in here as well. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Veronica. It has been hot since May. Oh no, I can't. At night I have to turn down my AC a lot just so that I can sleep comfortably. I can't deal with this heat. It is way too hot. Thank you, Veronica. Yeah, she's great also. Awesome. All right. So what we can do is 2 things. I'm going to show you what I would do to make this a fall glam piece. I found these pumpkins, and I'm quite sure you guys have already seen these, possibly on other channels or when people do their hauls, because I know fall things have been out for a while. But what I am going to do is place a pumpkin in here, right? And to cover up the foam that we have at the bottom, place some flowers that I'll go source in a few minutes around our pumpkin. Now, you can either go, I have all 3 here. I like the orange and gold because it looks nice and warm. There is also a white. I wouldn't use the white per se, because to me the white is going to wash out the mirror, or the other way around, the mirror might wash out the white. So if I have to decide, I would probably be using either the orange pumpkin or the green squash, if you will. I haven't decided yet, but this is what it's going to look like. And then to finish our piece, what you could do, what I am going to do, is take our garland and some of our greening pins and place them into our decor piece so that we can get some drama going on here. Okay, and I would probably have to cut these down because these are longer than I need them to be. So this is what it would look like. And then to ensure that those would stay, what I would do is take my, cause see how easy that came out? Take some hot glue. Sorry, this is in your way. Take some hot glue, place it on the tip of the greening pin, and then push the greening pin into the foam. So that way, the greening pin would not come out with a simple pull. Now, if you wanted to, I have this piece here that I've already wrapped in diamond wrap. You could also add a light to this piece, okay? That one is in gold. Let's see here. I have one in silver. I also have the round one. Okay, so I use these a lot, so I keep them diamond wrapped. Oh, this one, the battery is dead. But what you could do is take some hot glue, place this on top of your piece so that when you're finished hanging all of your garlands, you would be able to turn on your light to illuminate your pumpkins. So while we chat some more, we can go ahead and place some more of our maple leaves. Yes, it would. Yeah, I need the glam and the blang. I mean, Farmhouse has a huge following, and you know, my hat's off to them, but Farmhouse is not my thing. Not interested in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, I could possibly make a thing or two, you know, but to have so much of it, it's just not my style. I'm glam. And it doesn't even have to be glam with all of the glitter and stuff. You know, that's not what I'm saying. Or mirror, it doesn't have to be all glam, but Farmhouse is just not my style. But this piece does lend itself 2, 4, 5 to the Farmhouse, so that if you wanted to, like I said, 2, 4, 5, create this with a rustic feel. Instead of using the mirrors, you could go in with some chalk paint, right? And go ahead and make this piece a Farmhouse piece. So there's that. So yes, we are bling girls. Bling girls. Now tell me, those of you who, you know, are Farmhouse fans, what would you do to make it a Farmhouse piece? Let me know. I'm curious to hear from you. Maybe use the small glitter pumpkins around the light. Oh, that's an idea. So instead of putting the light on top, you're saying put the light on the bottom and put pumpkins around it. That's a good idea. Awesome. I didn't think about that. See? We learn from each other. This is why I really enjoy our community. You know, and I say it often because I want you guys to know that I am so serious about it. But I just love that even while I'm working, and you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even while I'm working, you guys are, you know, talking to each other in the feed. I just love that. I love that we are such a golden community, and we like to chat with each other and share ideas with each other, and you know, just keep our community going. 2, 3, 4, 5. I really do enjoy that. Awesome. Veronica says she loves drama. Well, Veronica, sadly, this is not the channel for it. I can't. Let's just, who was it? Rodney King? Guys, refresh my memory. You know, why can't we all just get along, man? You know, that person who stepped to me, you know, I said to her, I'm like, really? Can it just be that, you know, we're sourcing materials from the same place, you know, from the same place? It had to be a Dollar Tree video, if I remember correctly. And if we're sourcing our material from the same place, does it stand to reason that perhaps just it's possible we might have the same idea? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for her to come off like that, I deleted. I was just like, no, I'm not going to give this breath on my channel. If you're looking for attention, you're not going to find it here. You're looking for people, you know, to click on your link to come to your channel. Nah, not here, my love. Not here. So yeah, I don't do drama. Life is too short. And, you know, definitely for those of you who, you know, have been with me, know that I lost my granny recently. And, you know, even though she was here for a long while, 96 years, it just showed me that, you know, I've known her all my life. And for her to leave, it just shows me that life is short. Life is too short. I don't have time for the drama. I don't have time for the games. You know, I want to be able to, which is one of my life goals, leave people better than the way I found them. You know, and if you're, you know, trying to step to a person to, you know, with negativity or have them to question their self, then that's not what life should be about, you know? So no drama here. Just love and understanding and creativity. And instead of buying, DIYing, that's what we do on this channel. That's definitely what we do on this channel. Okay, so I'm going to place one more on so that you guys can see what it looks like with two sides done. Because we have been live for an hour and 13 minutes. So we are over our hour. And then what I will do, definitely, I will finish this off camera, and then I will create the thumbnail so that you guys can see what it looks like with the pendants. I'm trying not to have these fall on the ground because I don't want them to stick me in my foot, so that you guys can see what it looks like. So once I put this one, the second one in, I'm going to get the flowers. We're going to place our flowers, and then we can see, perhaps, I'm trying not to burn myself. We can see what it is going to look like, and then I will finish it off camera. Here we go. Yeah, life is too short, Beverly. Life is way too short. So like I said, my motto is, you know, try to leave a person better than where you found them. Better than where you found them. You know, like I said, you don't want to have a person second guessing themselves, which of course I didn't, because, you know, I was raised by, you know, my parents who like I shared with you guys, especially my father, celebrated individual, oops, this hot glue is very stringy. Who celebrated, you know, being an individual, who celebrated being a leader. Like I told you guys, you know, I used to get in trouble for, you know, following, which is why, you know, like I said, and this is the last comment I'm going to make about it, even though I'm not mentioning the channel's name, but, you know, when she stepped to me like that, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I used to get in trouble with my father, like straight spanked for following. And I remember him telling me, you are not a follower, you are a leader. And so ingrained from me from since I was a little child. So yeah, I try to leave people better than I found them. Better, 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 better. Oh, hey Denise. Thank you for stopping by. Has stopped me from following, but I do pop up. Well, thank you for stopping by. I have seen a few of your things as well. I'm not subscribed to the channel, but I've seen a few of your things. You are another awesome, I remember now because I see your name popped up. Another awesome crafter. Yeah, so yeah, I don't, for that reason, exactly, I don't watch because, and you can understand what I'm saying. I don't want my own creativity to be jaded or influenced by another's, but no drama here. Just keep it moving. So thank you so very much for stopping by, Denise. I truly appreciate you. Yeah, sharing is caring. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Yes, so here we have what it's going to look like. And then let me source my flowers. And I'm going to borrow some fall flowers from another piece. And you guys remember when I created this piece, if you can hear me, that should be enough. Okay. And I borrowed that from the owl runner that we created so long ago. One of my favorite pieces on the channel. Let's see. So I want, if we use the, I think the brown pumpkin will go better than the green. I think I said brown. I'm so sorry. The orange pumpkin will go better with the flowers that we have here. So I'm gonna put the pumpkin down. Okay. We won't have to glue it down, and I wouldn't glue it down simply because it is sitting flat. Okay. And then I'm going to place my flowers. The stems are long, so I will cut them a little shorter. And just placing your flowers. Trying to cover up that green foam underneath. This is too long. And then I think I'm going to show you how to place your light. And then I will finish this. It's so pretty. Off camera. The orange is better. Yes, I agree. The orange is definitely better. And then, like I said, I found these in the mirror tiles in the gold as well as the, nope, I need orange. In the gold as well as the rose gold and the purple. If you wanted to add just a little bit more pizzazz to match your orange pumpkin, you could use the gold mirror instead. I'm trying to find a different color flower. Here we go. All right. So here you have what it would look like. And I already see that I need to go in and shorten these. So I may do that. I don't know if you can see here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and shorten these, maybe take 2 links off of it, or instead of shortening these, maybe I can take off the leaf that's on the pumpkin or put it to stand up a different way so it's not interfering. But this is what it would look like. And then if you wanted to add your light, I probably need to change the batteries in this one. Okay. We could go in with our hot glue gun and just put down a few bullets, because what you want to be able to do is, like I said, go in and change your battery from time to time. All right, so I'm holding this with my finger so you can see. Yes, I love this. I don't know if you guys can see what it looks like with the light. With my lights on it, you might not be able to, but when I take the after pictures and I create the thumbnail, I'll do one with the lights off so that you guys can see just how well it is illuminated. Okay, but I think, my darlings, that this piece is going to be a lovely piece. And what I'm doing here is changing out the battery from the gold one, excuse me, sorry, to the silver one. Oh, great. So this one's not working. All right, that's okay. I have another one that I can decorate, I can dress and use. But yes, I will definitely be wrapping my light in silver diamond wrap and then putting it underneath here by using some hot glue. And there you have it, my darlings, our first fall piece. Isn't she beautiful? I really like how this turned out. I really and truly liked how this turned out. Really and truly like how it turned out. And then, like I said, I will finish it off camera. And I will take the pictures of it to create the thumbnail. Now, this kind of reminds me almost like a wishing well. Yeah, see, Deborah, I agree. Deborah says that, I don't know, you guys can read, but sorry. You can even change up the flowers and pumpkins for the seasons. Yeah, you could make this Christmas, you know, by putting a small Christmas tree in there. Oh, or even a snow globe. And I have the perfect snow globe that I could put in here for this piece. You're absolutely right. And this can be something that you use to change for your seasons. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Aurora. Thank you, Miss Focus. Thank you, Tanya. Good night. Thank you for being here with us. Yes, I agree, Miss Dawn. Dawn just gave a good suggestion. And she suggests, I'm trying to see if I have something here on my table. I know what I could use, but I don't want to. Let's just see. Dawn says to place the pumpkin on top of something to lift it up a little higher, and I perfectly agree. Yep, there you go. That's better. Thank you, Dawn. See, I just love our community. Awesome sauce. I love it. So yes, so when I go off air, I'm going to finish placing my garlands and my pendants, and then I'm going to place something so that our pumpkin can sit up on, so that it's not being drowned out by the flowers. I will get some diamond wrap to place on one of these new ones. For some reason, this one with the batteries, there's no batteries in here now, I know. The batteries, this one isn't working, so I'm going to dress another one of this, put batteries inside of it, and then I'm going to hot glue just a few bullets because you need to be able to pop this off so you can change the batteries from time to time. I'm going to glue this under here. I'm going to clean this up, remove all of our glue fronds, remove all of my fingerprints, and then I am going to stage it, take a few pictures, create the thumbnail, and then I will place, of course, all of the links for the items that you will need below, so that if you're interested in creating this, you will be able to do so. All right, so thank you guys for the time that you have spent with me today. Like I said, it is good to be back. I missed you guys. I know I've been away for a week and a half, but know that I have been thinking of you guys, wondering what some of you have been doing. So now that I'm back, I hope to be active on social media once again, as well as coming to you with some new crafts, which I'm excited to share. Thank you so much, Miss Katrina. And so I just want to thank you guys for being here. Thank you for spending the afternoon with me. You guys could have been anywhere else on this YouTube platform, but you chose to share a few minutes with me. And for that, I will always be grateful. And so, my darlings, I would like to say to you, please, 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 take care of yourselves for me, and know that I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. And before I sign off, say it with me. What is the motto to our channel? There we go. Don beat you guys to it. Tell me what is the motto to our channel? Because you know, if you were to go into a store, of course, you know, big companies, you know, they could make something like this, and of course, if they make it, it's going to be made, you know, by a machine or some kind of automated something, and then you will have to pay, of course, for the mechanics of everything. And then when it gets to the store, you know that they're going to charge you a leg, an arm and a leg, and perhaps some of your toes. And so, which is why the motto to our channel is simply this: why buy when you can DIY? So, my darlings, thank you so very, very much. No, Veronica, no, there was no offense, and thank you for the clarification. No, I did not think you were trying to stir the pot. I was just trying to clarify the reason why I was saying what I was saying without bringing attention to the person who said it. If you understand what I'm saying, I was just trying to give you guys some more information. I did not take offense. Trust me. Yes, drama in what we create, elegance, always elegance on a budget, definitely, but I didn't take any offense. So thank you for your time. I hope you will come back to visit us another time. Why buy when you can? Ooh, I like those initials, Cassandra. I might just have to steal that from you and make a t-shirt out of that. I might have to do that. And then when we're walking around with our t-shirts, everybody's going to be like, what's that alphabet soup on their shirt? Wink, wink. Danny's Darlings. New t-shirt coming soon. WB, WYC, DIY. All right, my love. So I'm going to log off for tonight. Thank you for joining us. Have an awesome night, my darlings, and hopefully I will see you guys on Tuesday. Good night. Hey, buddy.